Here, well, let me read this. Let me see. What we see here. This is important, bro. Mike Myers is
I know, but still, it's one of
fuck.
those things. I'm hoping.
What do you got, Melted?
It was freaking USA Today trying to get me to disable my ad block.
It made me so sad.
We have other stories to get into while Melted's looking for that. And then, so I didn't get a chance to talk about this, but obviously everybody's been talking about it over the weekend. Biden, obviously, I'm sure you guys already know what I'm going to say. He was diagnosed with cancer, as if this was a big shock to everybody. Yep. He's an old man with cancer. Who would have guessed? This just goes to show, again, that we knew his health was in decline. And everyone's been talking about how you don't just find stage 4, cancer that's spread to your bones. Like, that's been there a minute. So,
it's
okay,
like a 2% chance that happens.
So during jury selection, potential jurors were questioned about their knowledge of celebrities like Kanye West, Michael B. Jordan, Mike Myers, Kid Cudi. It's there. I don't think it's probably them trying to figure. So they might
exactly. It hasn't come out any further.
That's all I saw. It was on people.com 2 days ago. But I don't, just because they're asking jurors, that might just be like he might be brought up for witness testimony.
Yeah.
So he might be a witness to it. Might not have been involved. Might just be a witness.
Well, they were saying Bieber might be involved in the stuff too.
He is. He was. Yeah. How do you think How do you think that poor 16-year-old boy got all that money from Baby?
Got all famous.
Yeah, dude. There's a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah,
Justin Bieber, and like if you go back and watch the videos,
him acting out.
It's bad.
Well, there's a video where like Diddy comes up and he's like almost like patting him down for a wire or something like that. Mm-hmm. It's a creepy sort of video.
Well, if you go back, there was an interview. I think one time me and Based were talking about it, and it was we watched it during the interview. It's like this is when he's like 15, 14, right? And these old women in this interview are like, they're like gooning over him, dude. They're like, oh my God, he's so cute and handsome. I would just eat him up. He's just like it's on the weirder side, like, like touching his shoulder, like getting close to him.
You could see a level of like discomfort in his face too.
Yeah, it's bad.
So here,
no, the one video that really gets me is where Diddy's talking to him, going, "Well, why aren't you coming around?" And he's like, and he's trying to back up, and he's like, "Because I've been busy." And Diddy is just coming hard on him and like touching him, and you can physically see him starting to pull away. And it's a 14-year-old kid doesn't do that kind of stuff to their mentor unless something happened.
Yeah.
And then before the show, Nora was telling me about the story with Candace Owens and Harvey Weinstein. Or it's Harvey Weinstein, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So Harvey Weinstein, I guess she actually got an interview with him while he's in prison, and here's a short clip.
Yep.
That I haven't seen it yet, so I'm gonna play it live. If it gets me knocked off YouTube, then oopsie. Oh well. Let's see it. Mute.
I swear that before God and the people watching that.
Wait, let me restart.
I did not commit these crimes. I swear that before God and the people watching now and on my family. The people who support me are scared to talk. They are frightened to death that they're going to be canceled.
What I always found to be problematic about the Me Too movement from the beginning, we're conflating he made a pass at me and I didn't like it with rape.
It's a complete fabrication about my relationship with Gwyneth. I didn't put my hand on her. I didn't touch her. I definitely made a pass. Ashley Judd's claims are ridiculous. I settled with Rose McGowan. I gave her $100,000. Don't tell my wife. Don't get me in trouble. It's all conflated, and it's all led to the idea that I am going to be the one they persecute. They broke me. They broke me in half.
There's just so much when you read the transcripts that defy common sense for me.
I've asked to have lie detector tests brought into the prison. I know they're not admissible, but I want the world to know.
To be honest with you, I think a lot of people are going to hear this conversation.
Candace, one thing I can tell you is this is going to explode.
Yeah, just like he did all over those girls.
No, come
So,
on.
I mean, what are your guys' thoughts on this? I know very little about the Harvey Weinstein stuff. I never really looked into it when it was all going down. I just know he was a big Hollywood guy and he's being creepy with women. That's about the extent of my knowledge.
I know a good amount. I know that he definitely was doing some weird shit. He was definitely jerking it. I think he was doing like some stuff that what was that comedian that got in trouble for jerking it?
Wasn't
Like
that Bill Burr
Louis
no, it was
C.K.
not Bill Burr.
or
It was
Louis
Louis
C.K.? I
C.K.
confused them too.
Yeah, if Bill
Louis
Burr
C.K.
did that, you think Bill Burr would still be like, "Oh yeah, let's kill all these government officials," like right now how he is. Like he would definitely be like, "Oh no no," he'd be talking
Well,
about
He's
that
been
stuff.
quiet. He's been quiet for a few weeks. We'll see if we get another
Yeah,
Bill Burr clip soon.
I bet you it's because Joe Rogan like told him like, "Bro, you better shut your mouth before I start talking about you on my podcast, bro, for being a dumbass."
Right. But no, I mean, so I'm
and
gonna have to watch. I'm assuming you're gonna have to watch this interview then, Melted, if you feel so strongly about this, right?
I think this dude is a sleazebag. I think he's a scumbag. He talks about how he talks about how he paid that one chick out so his wife didn't get told. I think he's done some scummy shit, and I think he's trying to not get the chair right now. I think that's his goal. I think if some Epstein stuff comes out and shit, I think there's a possibility he's involved.
it's
You
interesting.
you think he's
Well,
at
see, here's the
some level
thing:
of that?
is some of the
Go ahead, Nora.
well, yes, he is a scumbag, and he's even admitted that he's a scumbag. He has admitted he's like, look, I've done some wrong things. I am paying for the consequences of those actions, but there are some allegations that are being brought against him that he flat out says that he didn't do. And if a man is going to flat out admit to all the adultery, all the just debauchery that he has done, and he goes, I didn't do that. I tend to believe just a little bit. Give him some of the facts that have come out, like Candace said, the court transcripts. One of the things that I even looked it up myself because I didn't quite believe it. Um, in the 90s, he got gangrene, so his ball sack had to be removed, and so his testicles are on each side of his thighs. So one of the ladies who comes forward and is saying that she was sexually assaulted, she's describing his genitalia with a ball sack that is not there and has not been there for like almost 30 years now.
I would I,
So
I
there
would
is
like
an issue and there's discrepancies, and there's one of the things that she's claiming is that he came to her hotel and banged on her door and she opened it and she doesn't know why she opened it, and then he forcibly put himself upon her when he has records stating that he wasn't even anywhere near her place. And her testimony, it comes into question of a fire alarm got pulled at the hotel that she was supposedly at, but if she doesn't remember the fire alarm not going off at the supposed time of this, rape or graping, so I don't understand. Things are not adding up. And
My
if they don't add up and they're not right, then I'm sorry. He shouldn't be persecuted and prosecuted for things that he didn't commit. Yes, get him for all the other crap, but if he didn't do it, he didn't do it.
well
That's
I
kind of where I stand too. Is that like, don't over, like, he shouldn't be overcharged. Like, the truth is what matters, and if he did certain things and there is like are laws against him doing those things, then charge him for those laws that he broke. But don't charge a person for something that didn't actually happen.
um so I would say
Yes.
that everything that's been brought up against him, I like there's definitely stuff he did do that I don't think has been released, but there's definitely a bandwagon when these a lot of these women come out and say like it's exactly like the Trump stuff with that one ugly girl
E.
that
Jean Carroll or
yeah, whatever her name was, that
mm,
said that she brought him across the
Mhm.
street to the other hotel that wasn't his
Yeah.
own hotel. There's definitely bandwagon that happens, and I bet you all these women, but he's definitely done some stuff, and And how you were saying, like, a man, if a man says, like, oh, I did all this shit, but I didn't do that and all that, I can understand where you're coming from, where, like, you're going to probably believe that more. But if it's stuff that can't be proven in court and he knows that, I would also deny that too.
Yeah, anything to get a lesser sentence.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I'm gonna have to go watch this interview, see if I believe him.
So here's a question: do we
Yeah.
think that the courts were ruling and acting fairly, or do you think that they were influenced by the morality of the time? I guess we'll say
or the media because he's famous.
Yeah, or like the whole Me Too movement or something like that. Do you think that influenced?
They
them
were making an example
more
of him.
partially?
Well, what's the statute of limitations on what he did? Because I'm pretty sure they changed the statute of limitations just for situations like this on that stuff.
Well, I mean, they changed it in New York for Trump too, so
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't
I
be
thought that was like
surprised.
the first time that they did that.
Well,
Maybe to that extent.
like I said, I'll have to go back and look back at that case. I don't know if they were if they treated him fairly or unfairly. I don't know enough about the case. Hello, Shitty Gov. Yo, Tyler and friends. Hello. I know this is the biggest. This is the first time I've had 4 people on a panel. So hello.
Wow, bro, they're really trying to hide what the statute of limitations on this is, dude. I'm sorry I looked it up, bro. I'm just trying to look this up for research. I better not get put on a list for this.
See, that's why you gotta have your material ready now.
5 years. 5 years statute of limitation on this.
And what was it?
State. Sexual assault.
So just
And she came out almost like 10 years later.
And this is New York, right? So
was it New York or was it LA?
It is now. Oh, it might be LA actually.
New York.
New York is now 20 years.
Jesus.
It got changed in 2019. Well, now
dude, I can't remember what happened 3 years ago. You want me to remember?
To go after Trump.
10 years. 10 years in California.
Yeah, they want to go. They changed it so they could go after Trump.
I like how you look it up now, and it's just like, yep, it's 20 years. It almost makes it seem like it's always been 20 years.
It's just normal. Yeah, just normalize it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Crazy. Well, final thoughts on this before we move on, guys?
I'm interested to see how it develops.
As am I.
If he's a sleazebag. He's a sleazebag. But if he didn't do it, he didn't do it. And as a survivor of an assault, this kind of crap just boils my blood.
Here we'll do,
because it discredits actual victims.
Absolutely.
Exactly. Especially when it's like fake. That's when it's here we'll do it just for you, girl. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, just as to my thoughts on this, if there are things that he's been accused of that he didn't do, then yeah, he needs to that needs to be wiped clear of his record. But if there are things that he did that were terrible, then yeah, call him out for it, punish him, give the proper punishments, whatever. But we never 100%. Want to accuse someone unjustly.
This is shocking to me. Alaska, there is no statute of limitations on sexual assault.
Oh wow.
Zero. Zero limitations.
Yep. Yeah, but the problem is that they're so backlogged on processing the kits, it's not even worth it. And so a lot of the assaults don't get reported up here.
It's always worth it. It's always worth the report, no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
I understand the fear and everything involved with it, but it's something you have to do.
Yeah, it's a must.
It's a must. These people, like, even if it takes 50 years, this man's 80 years old. It needs to be known. It needs to be known. These people's names need to be dragged through the mud. It needs to, even if it takes 50 years, 100 years, the person's already dead. The case finally comes out, it's confirmed, name dragged through the mud.
I agree. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the video today. If you thought that was a great video, great live stream, great whatever you were watching, make sure you hit that like, thumbs up, whatever you're watching, hit that follow, subscribe, and if you really want to support me, you could always share the video and comment down below. But thank you guys so much. Make sure you follow on Rumble, YouTube, and X. Thank you, and peace out.